Hey, I'm Brian Van, SportbikeTrackHere.com, and today I'm going to show you how I got my chain to look like this. Okay, drivetrain maintenance, cleaning the chain and sprocket kit. That is an opportunity to do a few different things, right? Number one, a lot of us are running these brilliantly colored chains, right? This is gold, we've got red, purple, pink, all kinds of great stuff. Colored aluminum rear sprockets, and when they're dirty and nasty, well, they don't look good. You put them on there because, number one, they perform at a higher level, and number two, they look amazing. Now, let's talk about that performance thing too. A properly lubricated and cleaned chain, right, always yields more horsepower than one that's been neglected and it's all full of gunk. It really comes down to the friction. Friction increases, horsepower decreases. Very simple stuff. We spend a ton of money on these bikes, performance upgrades, when there's free power sitting right here in simple maintenance. Today what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I did to take it from pig pen, and I'm sure Steve's showing that right now in the video, pig pen level filth on my chain, to this end result right here. Okay, to do this project, I decided to go with Maxima products. They make great stuff. They've been around a long time, made in the USA. They have chain care kits. There's two different versions. The version I went with features their synthetic crystal clear chain lube. When I'm done, I don't want white pasty chain wax on my chain. I want it to be more translucent, still well lubricated, but more translucent so I can see all the brilliant colors, right? And also at the end of the day, this type of lubrication, right, is in a really clean chain, it's going to yield the most horsepower. This is also the same kit is going to be available with more of a standard chain wax lube. This is going to be for somebody, right, that puts a ton of miles on and you don't want to be lubing and maintaining the chain at higher level intervals, right? So the chain guard, crystal clear stuff, if you're going to stay on top of it or if you're a track rider, this is the right choice. It's going to look brilliant. The other stuff is going to be more road going. It's a three-part kit. It starts with chain cleanup. You're going to spray this on, rotate it, and you can see I pulled my lower fairing off, and this was part of a cleaning project, so you want to clean the chain first because the bike gets nasty. Put this on, let it sit for about a minute, cover the whole chain. I then followed up with this Tirox 360-degree chain cleaning brush. You thread this thing on there, Steve's going to show that, and you're able to rotate the rear wheel and you have brushes touching it everywhere. You manipulate it a little bit. I was able to get all the grime off. Had to go after it a couple of times because, well, the bike was pretty nasty. Once I had it good and clean, some shop rags, right? The paper ones, they're pretty decent. If you get the more cloth-based rags, for the real heavy cleaning, like wiping that grime off of that chain, these work really nice. As soon as you're done with that step, you want to put a nice coating of their MPPL on it, multi-purpose penetrant lubricant. WD-40, basically, that's what this product goes after. They boast it actually performs at a higher level, and there's some fringe benefits with this too. But put a nice coating of that MPPL on the chain. You want to get all of that chain cleanup off of it. Now, if you're washing the entire bike, this is a great place to stop the process. We're going to leave the chain lube, right? Stop after the MPPL, clean the entire motorcycle, okay? Because the bike gets really dirty after you do this. It's going to allow you to clean all of that off. And then our final step will be the chain lube. Something I really want to focus on right now. Countershaft sprocket area. Let me tell you, this is a reservoir for gunk and grime and nasty stuff. Pull the lower fairing off. Pull the countershaft cover off, and Steve's going to show you how disgusting this was. I came into this now with a couple of different products and a toothbrush. suspension clean and electrical contact cleaner. I want you to ignore the names and focus on the products because you can use these on many different places on the bike. This is a little more aggressive than the suspension clean. It's a good degreaser for sure. It evaporates a little slower than this. On the plastics, the painted surfaces, carbon fiber, you need to be careful with this. You'd want to get it cleaned off, a little quicker, but it does great somewhere behind this counter shaft. Spray it on, clean it off the engine. This stuff does really good there. And then of course, I used a toothbrush to go in there and just kind of, dig out some of the little areas, right? Brush all that off, finish spraying it all off with our suspension clean. And then the counter shaft sprocket cover itself, they're SC1, high gloss coating. This leaves a slippery protective coating on it. It's great on the matte plastics. On a clean rag, I sprayed it on there and I cleaned up this cover inside and out. It leaves that coating, so the next time I go to clean this, the stuff's just gonna come right off because it has that protective covering on it. So you can see that I'm not just clean out here, totally clean behind the counter shaft cover as well. Okay, now it's time to put on that crystal clear synthetic chain lube. Couple quick little tricks here, okay? First thing is, I really want to keep it off the tire and off the wheel, right? So I took a piece of cardboard that is about that height, and I just cut a little notch just like so it can just kind of slide in there by the swing arm and it just protects the front of the tire. It's probably overkill, but at the end of the day, I think it's a good idea. Step 2, found the master link, so I know where I started, right? I'm gonna get a rag, like so, and I'm gonna kind of rotate and wipe all at the same time, because remember, for me, the end result, it's gotta be clean too. I don't want it nasty, I don't want it flinging stuff all over my bike. So I'm gonna do it like this. The concept is just a nice, clean end result in a well lubricated chain. Once you've come all the way around to your master link, right, you're gonna know you've hit the entire chain. And the way this stuff foams up, that allows it to really kind of hang on and penetrate, right? See that? With all that said, I'm still wiping the excess off, because for me, the end result, the aesthetics and lubrication, I want both, not just one or the other. The outer portion of the chain, this is where these shop towels, right? The cloth shop towels are so nice, because the paper ones, they don't hold up very well to that. They just tear right up. But this is going to allow you to keep the outer portion of the chain cleaned off, because you don't need a bunch of chain lube on the outer portion. This is going to be about the rollers and the seals, conditioning the seals and lubricating the rollers. The outer plates, they do not need to have a metric ton of lube on them. When you're done, you'll notice this actually rolls a whole lot easier. Okay, there we go, right? Now you can clearly see that chain guard, right? Crystal clear synthetic chain guard. I would say that delivers. The chain's well lubricated and it looks great, so it's really translucent, and that's what I wanted. I hope you guys see too, when doing these videos like this is more than just trying to sell stuff, right? I'm an enthusiast. This is how I live my life. This is my bike. Just like you do, I love my bike, and I was really tired of it looking nasty. I wanted to go from Pigpen to Supermodel Hot, and I think I did that. The chemicals, the stuff that I chose that. Nice American-made product. Good people, they were great to work with for sure. It's not some business deal. It was about the product's performing. So you'll notice I cleaned the bike first. I cleaned the stuff first to make sure that it worked and it was going to deliver real value to you, which is really important to me. Now, just to tidy this up, right? Chain care kit, 2 options. And that's the lube, the finishing lube. right? If you want your chain to look like mine, and you're gonna stay on top of it, go with that synthetic crystal clear chain lube. It's gonna give you great results, excellent horsepower as well, right? If those finite last couple percent mean something to you. If you're doing a lot of street riding, tons of miles, like my guy here, Corey with his BMW, 12,000 miles already this year. The chain wax is what he needs, right? Because he can't stay on top of that, the kind of mileage that he's putting on the motorcycle. And then remember, this MPPL that comes in it, you can use that different places on the bike, like lubing the axle for tire changes, goes right through. Household uses, great stuff there. Tirox 360-degree chain cleaning brush, that's thumbs up for sure. That thing rocks. That helped me get this chain super clean. The other stuff that I used, and we have a whole bike, a no water bike cleaning video. The Maxima contact cleaner and suspension clean, I want you to ignore those names. I want you to think a little more aggressive, a little less aggressive, right? But multi-purpose. You can clean so many things in this bike. So having these, it's more than this chain care gig. You can use this all over the bike, and then finishing sprays. I showed you the SC1 because it was, you know, important with what we did here to keep that clean and protective surface. They also have a spray wax that works super bitchin' too. But all of these things, you're gonna be able to use different places on the bike, and I think that adds a lot of value. If all you're looking for is the chain lube, Maxima's got you covered there too in these smaller containers, right? There's your chain wax, there's your chain guard. Well, there you have it, one motorcycle rider to another. You know you're gonna feel amazing when you spend the time and get your bike clean. I'll tell you right now, these Maxima chemicals, they're gonna get you there.